Joining me now is a member of that Oversight Committee, Democratic Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi of Illinois. Thank you so much for joining me. What's your take so far in the hearing, sir?
Well, I think I concur generally with what was just said, which is none of these witnesses are fact witnesses. They can't really testify about anything regarding Joe Biden. And then secondly, there is no evidence of that type of wrongdoing. And that came up over and over again. And the irony is that, instead of talking about this, we should be talking about funding the government, which is about to shut down in about 2.5 days. And so that was really looming over the whole proceedings, the kind of absurdity of focusing on this particular issue of impeachment when there's so many other issues we should be dealing with.
So you say there's no evidence. I mean, that was really remarkable to hear Jonathan Turley, who is definitely not somebody who would be shy about saying that impeachment of Joe Biden should happen if he thought that that was the case, saying that there's no evidence. While you were making your way over to the camera, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tried to ask these witnesses if they have seen any evidence, if they had any firsthand account, and they didn't. Now, that's not their job, but still. Given all of that we just established, my question to you is, why is it that the American people, according to a CNN poll, 60% of Americans, to be precise, say that he acted either illegally or unethically? Should the White House and Democrats be doing more to push back on Republican claims, because they seem to be seeping in to the electorate?
Well, I think that you're absolutely correct. I think that more needs to be done to kind of shine a light on kind of Joe Biden, the fact that he has nothing to do with any of the business dealings, that he didn't receive even a dime, despite the fact that the majority has subpoenaed and collected over 12,000 documents and bank records. Not even a single one shows that Joe Biden received a penny off of any transaction. Today, though, an interesting poll came out showing that a vast majority of American people feel that there should not be impeachment proceedings with regard to this particular situation, even if they have concerns about Hunter Biden. And so, we have to remember that Joe Biden himself is the only one that can be impeached. It's not Hunter Biden, who is a private citizen who's being prosecuted by the U.S. Attorney in Delaware.
Let's talk for a moment about something you brought up at the beginning of our conversation, which is the looming government shutdown. You're a Democrat who tends to work across the aisle as much as you can. Given that, do you see a scenario where before the impeachment deadline, Democrats and Republicans can find a way to pass a bill over the objections of the hardliners on the right, pass a resolution to keep the government open?
I sure hope so, Dana, because a lot of innocent people are going to be hurt if we don't pass such a continuing resolution or something to fund the government. Your viewers are already aware of this, but we're talking about 2 million active duty members of the military and other members of the federal workforce who would have to work without pay. I mean, many cases they're guarding our national security, not to mention all the people at home, our constituents, who would not receive the services that they are entitled to, including, for instance, seniors who won't be able to get all the services they need from the Social Security Administration with regard to fixing problems and the like. So I'm hopeful that Kevin McCarthy is going to do the right thing and work with Democrats over the objections of these extreme right-wingers. But we'll see in the next couple of days what happens.
Okay, Congressman Raja Krishnamoorthi, thank you so much for coming on. I know you've got a hearing to get back to. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
And coming up, Donald